Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sport. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.
Welcome, everyone, to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. I am your host, Marie Antonette Waite, and I am the founder and CEO of Fire Up Connect. Today, I wanted to bring you an amazing guest from Manny Lopez, who is one of my great friends in the community, and very blessed by bringing this guest today. But before I bring her in, I want to make sure that you guys know that you can access the fabulous lifestyle in our distribution channel called Building Solid Foundation. And that is through Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Android. And we are currently broadcasting on KCAA Radio Network of 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. And you can find us on your favorite podcast. So now I want to share with you who our guest is, and her name is Sally Green. Sally Green is the Vice President of Author Development at Action Takers Publishing. She works with writers to help them develop their stories and become best-selling authors. Action Takers Publishing specializes in themed, multi-author collaboration books where each person writes a chapter and becomes part of a community of like-minded authors. In addition to collaboration books, they also publish solo books. At the age of 58, Sally realized that she was really good at taking care of everyone else, but really bad at taking care of herself. So though we all are challenged by that. So anyway, so she embarks on a journey of self-care that began with investing in herself and contributing to a multi-author book. Sally is an inspirational speaker, a multiple times international best-selling author, and is in the process of writing her own book titled The Self-Care Rockstar, due to launch in 2023. In her spare time, Sally enjoys painting and teaching acrylic paint classes to local senior centers, women's groups, and children's summer camps. So let's welcome Sally Green. Hello, Sally. How are you?
Good, Marie. It's great to be here.
I am so excited about your story here. And so maybe give us some more, background of how you started with this whole business that you have.
Yeah, well, it was it was during COVID. I had lost, I've been a entrepreneur, for years, but I had lost a huge client. And I looked at my life and I was like, wow, I'm a mess. Financially, I was a mess. Physically, I was 40 pounds heavier than I am right now. Emotionally, I was a wreck. And I said, if I don't do something different, I'm just going to keep going in this downward spiral. And so I started with the one thing I knew I could control, which was my eating. And so I started eating healthier. And then I started getting up and reading in the morning and meditating at night, and adding, every couple of months or every couple of weeks, adding a little something to my routine, just a little bit of a change. And I took a course and I invested in myself, something I hadn't done in a long time. And the people I met in the course, I was offered the opportunity to write a chapter in a collaboration book. And it was called One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success.
Okay.
And it was 150 highly successful actors, actresses, entrepreneurs, coaches, and me.
Wow. So that's amazing.
I kind of fit, I was kind of felt like I was totally out of my element with all of these people, but I enjoyed the process so much. And I reached out to a bunch of the people who were in the book and connected with them. And then I got into another book. And then one of the women that was in one of the books with me, she was putting the books together. So I got into two of her books. And so by the end of my first year, I was in four different collaboration books, and each one had become international bestseller. And I just loved doing it so much. And the woman who, the woman who had offered me the job, to be in her books, she was doing this. She was doing it just kind of part-time, just as a thing to do. And I said to her, I can help you if you want. I can do some help you with marketing, maybe get on some phone calls, maybe help you do some things with your website. I'm really good at, so she said, yeah, let's, let me, she gave me a couple little things. I did them. She gave me a couple more. I did them. And her and I would get on the phone and just, kind of be goofy. And I really loved working with her. And about 2 weeks after we launched the second book, we launched two books, 8 weeks apart. They both became international best-selling books on Amazon. She called me up and she said, I love doing this. I love doing this with you. Do you want to partner together and do it as a business? And so I was like, let's do it. So since that time, which was just a year ago, we've published 13 books of these collaboration books, and they've all become bestsellers. And we've created a community of people who are authors. Each book has a different theme. Each book is a different, each book has their own little community within the big global community, which is kind of fun.
Wow, congratulations. That's a lot of great accomplishments you have shared.
Yeah. And like I said, it's only been since, 3 years.
Okay.
So it's been just, a lot of work, a lot of hard work, a lot of learning and stepping outside my comfort zone, doing things that scared me, doing things that I had never done before, like speaking. I wasn't a speaker. I had never been interviewed on a show at all. I had never interviewed anybody. So there's a whole bunch of like firsts that occurred for me just because I said yes and I stepped out of my comfort zone and did something.
That is amazing. I mean, people should really learn from that because, with the economy nowadays, you really have to be proactive, and you need to really step out of your comfort zone and take some risk and learn from others. And it's okay to make some mistakes and and learn from it. Definitely, that's part of the process of fine tuning your information. But before we go that far, I'm curious about your background before COVID. What did you do before?
My husband and I ran a cleaning and janitorial company. So I've been doing that for 20 something years. I've also been, I was a Sunday school teacher for over 30 years, and I've written Bible studies and taught women's groups and youth groups and that kind of stuff. We did a youth group where we started with 7 kids and we grew it in 3 years to over 50 kids coming regularly for a Bible study that we did. So I've been, I've been doing a lot of different things. A lot of things are volunteering. And then I just love working with the youth. I love working with kids. I do art classes, and I've been doing that. And actually that was what I was going to do when COVID first hit, was going to the art business and try to teach art classes. But then COVID hit and I couldn't do a lot of the in-person stuff. And so I kind of pivoted now into the publishing business. So
but do you still want to pursue that?
The art?
Yeah.
I love doing the art. And in fact, I just came from, I teach at a senior center here in town. And they had an art show where they allowed the residents have been taking art classes from me for the last 2 years. And so they were able to show all their artwork. So I bought some of the stuff that I did, and we had a little art show with all the residents.
Where are you based, Sally?
I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay. So a lot of people from Connecticut can really take advantage of you.
I hope so. Yeah, absolutely. But it's just something I love to do. I love working with people. I love I love being part of, part of that community, and
Okay.
and then just doing the art, because that's something that you can like escape into,
Okay.
especially if you're having a stressful day, to come home and just, pour yourself a glass of wine or whatever, and just sit with a paintbrush and a blank canvas and just create something.
Okay.
It just takes the stress away.
Okay.
For me anyway.
So it looks like you had a lot of great leadership skills from the past before you got into the publishing, because you've run a Bible study, you've worked with a lot of women, and you run a janitorial services. And so is the business itself still there, the janitorial services?
It's not really. It's
Okay.
not. We do it if it's somebody calls,
Okay.
but it really hasn't. It's kind of not there anymore.
Okay.
Pretty much doing the publishing, and then I do get paid to do the art classes, and I do a
Okay.
lot of those too. Um,
But
so
that's a lot of years of managing a business, which is really a great business skills that you have. So
yeah,
for someone who is helping, someone to publish their book, you've got a lot of experience that you can share to them also at the same time with your leadership skills and all your social connections and with your business, experience. I think that's a great combinations of what you have. As
yeah, and I love doing, the courses that I took right at the beginning were all in marketing and that kind of stuff, because I enjoy the sales and the marketing aspect of the business. I enjoy speaking with people and getting excited about a product or a service that I'm part of, and
okay.
being able to share that with other people. In fact, I just ran into when I was in my 20s, I used to sell makeup, and I would do
Oh,
makeup for like weddings and stuff. So
okay.
I just ran into a friend that I had done that with. So, and I said to her, all the sales stuff that I learned through her, and standing up in front of people and teaching them how to apply their makeup and all that stuff, just has helped me throughout my whole entire career and my whole
Okay.
life.
All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, Sally. For you out there, don't go away. We are here with Sally Green, who owns a publishing company, and we're going to get more information from her. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.